Everything you understand as separation is just the tip of the iceberg. There is a silent force dormant in each one of us, almost as if at any moment it could break the barriers of what we call normal. This is the essence of the zero-point field, an invisible field that pulses beyond our senses and holds an almost unimaginable energy. Many people go through their entire lives without realizing that this grand source of vitality is within our reach. And this is exactly what we're going to talk about now. What you're about to discover may forever change the way you perceive life. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to feel drained, without energy, as if something vital is missing. How many times do you wake up already tired? Or feel that your emotional and mental energy is short-circuiting even without clear reasons? This constant exhaustion isn't just physical, it's a symptom of disconnection from the most powerful energy source that exists, the one that lives inside and around you. In quantum physics, the zero-point field is the most fundamental level of reality. It is the state of minimal energy, even when everything seems still. Scientists have discovered that even in absolute vacuum, there's still a field vibrating with subtle energy, invisible, yet real. It's like an infinite sea of possibilities that exists beneath physical reality, sustaining everything. Now, when we look at this concept from a spiritual perspective, the zero-point field transforms into something even more fascinating. It becomes the bridge between the external universe and our internal consciousness. A place where time, space, and limits disappear and everything is pure potential energy. Imagine connecting to this field every day. Having access to an energy that never runs out, that nourishes your mind, body, and spirit. This energy is available all the time, but it requires you to become more present, more subtle, more open. The key is, the more you slow down internally, the more you connect with this invisible force that moves everything. You don't need equipment, gurus, or magic formulas. You only need intention, practice, and presence. Throughout this content, we will show you how to activate this connection in a practical way. But now, take a deep breath. Feel. You're already closer to the zero-point field than you think. For a long time, science and spirituality walked on opposite sides. Science sought to understand the universe with formulas and experiments, while spirituality tried to access something more subtle, the invisible, the energetic, what is felt, not proven. This division created an abyss, and in that abyss, much wisdom was lost or discredited. But what if they were both talking about the same thing, just using different languages? That's where the zero-point field comes in. The idea of the zero-point field didn't emerge in a temple, but rather in the laboratories of quantum physics. When scientists began studying the behavior of subatomic particles, the smallest parts that make up everything in the universe, they encountered something surprising. Even in absolute vacuum, where theoretically there should be nothing, there was still energy. A constant vibration, as if the entire universe were gently pulsing behind the matter. This was named zero-point energy, a type of energy that exists even in the total absence of matter and temperature. This discovery shocked science. It was as if nothing were alive. Among the first to explore this phenomenon was physicist Max Planck, considered the father of quantum physics. He said, "Everything is energy. That's all there is." Decades later, names like Albert Einstein, Erwin Schrödinger, and David Bohm also investigated this invisible field. Bohm even proposed that the universe had an implicit order, a deep level of reality where everything is connected. More recently, researchers like Lynn McTaggart, author of The Field, and independent scientists like Hal Puthoff, have explored this energy as something accessible and even interactive with human consciousness. At the same time, ancient spiritual traditions such as Vedanta, Buddhism, Taoist teachings, and shamanic knowledge have always spoken of an energetic grid that connects all beings. Today we understand that this ancient wisdom might have already known about the zero-point field, only under another name: prana, chi, mana, vital energy. Knowing that there is an infinite and subtle energy permeating everything completely transforms the way you live. You stop seeking energy outside in coffee, distractions, external validation, and begin to understand that the true fuel is inside and around you, right now. You begin to realize that thoughts, emotions, and intentions have weight. They interact with this invisible field. The problem: feeling empty, inside, even while having everything. How many times have you asked yourself, why do I feel so tired even without doing that much? Or even, why does it feel like I've lost my sparkle, my motivation, my real energy? We live in an era of excessive external stimuli but deep internal scarcity. We're always connected with the world out there, but disconnected from ourselves. The consequence: a persistent feeling of emptiness, anxiety, and disorientation. What if this discomfort wasn't just emotional, but a clear signal that you've disconnected from a source of vital energy? Not the energy from food or sleep, but from that which truly drives your being. The connection with the 0-point field, the space where your purest inner energy resides. The 0-point field is an energy field that is everywhere, but the most powerful understanding is that it also lives within you. It's not out there, in some distant dimension. It vibrates in every cell of your body, in the space between your thoughts, in the pause between two breaths. When you are aligned mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, this energy flows effortlessly. You feel at peace, centered, with clarity and strength. But when there is too much stress, unresolved emotions, or a hyperactive mind, this connection weakens. It's as if the channel is clogged, and the flow of energy can no longer pass through. That's why working on your internal state is the key to accessing the 0-point field in a real and practical way. Imagine your body as an antenna. The cleaner, more aligned, and present it is, the more in tune with the 0-point field you will be. You can practice these 3 methods to start activating this connection. Conscious breathing. When you slow down your breath and make it intentional, you calm the nervous system and send a signal to the field. I am present. Elevated emotions, emotions such as gratitude, compassion, and love, have frequencies that directly tune into the quantum field. Cultivating these states is not cheap self-help, it's energetic physics. Inner silence. When you create moments of silence, whether through meditation or contemplation, you begin to hear what lies beyond the mind. It is in this emptiness that the field manifests. When you enter this state, you realize something powerful. The energy starts to flow again. Your creativity expands. Your decisions become clearer. And even your physical body responds with more vitality. You don't need to wait for a miracle, an external cure, or a great moment of enlightenment. You are your own portal to this infinite energy. Start by observing how your thoughts are, how you feel your emotions, and how much presence you can maintain in the now. Small daily practices can lead to a massive transformation in your connection with the 0-point field. The confusion between fantasy and reality. When someone hears the term infinite energy, it's common to think of something mystical, magical, or even impossible, as if it were a power reserved for enlightened beings or superhumans. The image many people have is that of a guru floating in lotus position, or an unreachable master who controls hidden secrets of the universe. This kind of belief pushes people away from the most powerful truth. Infinite energy is real and accessible to anyone willing to learn and practice. It's time to break the myths and bring to light what really matters. Let's start with a straightforward truth. Infinite energy doesn't mean you'll never get tired, frustrated, or feel down. That's part of the human experience. But what infinite energy really represents is something deeper. It's the ability to reconnect with a constant source of vitality, clarity, and inspiration, even in moments of chaos. It's understanding that, within you, there is an energetic core that never runs out. It just temporarily gets blocked. And here's the main myth: it's not magic. It's not something that happens with a snap or something you can buy in a quick course. It's a practice, a state of being. The infinite energy of the 0-point field is like an underground river, always present. But you need to dig, align yourself, and make space for it to flow to you. Contrary to what is commonly believed, connecting with this energy does not require complex rituals or difficult-to-understand theories. Here is what really matters. Consistency. Small daily habits such as breathing consciously or meditating for 10 minutes a day gradually open the channel to this energy over time. Clear intention. When you position yourself internally with the genuine desire to connect with this energy, you change your frequency, and the field responds. Emotional cleansing. Releasing anger, resentment, guilt, or bitterness is essential. Dense emotions are like weights that prevent you from accessing the energetic flow of the field. Presence. The more you are here, now, the more you feel. Because the 0-point field can only be accessed in the present. Perhaps the greatest myth is believing that this energy is beyond your reach, but you are already connected to it. You just need to remember how to access it. Start today by breaking down these limiting beliefs. Stop waiting for an ideal moment, for more knowledge, for external validation. Everything you need to activate this energy is already within you. There is a silent pain that many people carry every day, and they don't even realize it. Waking up tired, dragging your body through the routine. Often, you try to explain it away by saying it's just a phase, it's work stress, or it must be a lack of vitamins. But deep down, something more profound is happening. It's not laziness, it's not drama. It's a silent cry from your soul asking for reconnection. Being disconnected from your inner energy is like having your phone out of the charger. You still function, but over time everything starts to fail. your clarity diminishes. Your emotions fluctuate uncontrollably. Your motivation evaporates. Your health starts to scream for attention. When the connection with the 0-point field weakens, you stop replenishing yourself with that subtle and infinite energy that recharges not just the body, but the mind and spirit. And what's most frightening, this happens gradually, almost without notice. Here are the main signs that you are disconnected from your energetic source. Constant fatigue, even after sleeping well. You wake up tired, go through the motions, and need coffee, sugar, or distractions to get through the day. Lack of motivation and purpose. Things lose meaning and you feel like you're just existing, not truly living. Chronic anxiety and stress. The mind never stops, your chest tightens, and there's a sense that something is always wrong even without an apparent reason. Intense emotional fluctuations. You feel vulnerable, easily irritated, or even numb, as if you've shut off your emotions to protect yourself. A sense of being disconnected from yourself, as if there's a distance between who you are and who you are being. A lack of authenticity, a lack of sparkle in your eyes. Creative blocks and difficulty making decisions. When you are disconnected, your intuition falls silent. Creativity disappears. Everything seems stuck. These signs do not mean that you are broken, they are alerts. They are invitations from your deeper self asking for reconnection with the original energy. Ignoring these symptoms only makes them intensify. Okay, but where do I start? The energy of the 0-point field is always available, but imagine that, within you, there is a road that connects your inner being to this field. Over time, this road gets filled with debris, negative thoughts, accumulated anger, grievances, fears, anxiety. All of this blocks the flow of energy. Therefore, the first step is not to do more, it is to clear what is excessive. First, move consciously, aligning the body with the energy. Your body is an instrument of energy. When you move with awareness, you unblock subtle flows that were stagnant. Example, take a walk in silence, preferably in nature, paying attention to your steps, the sounds around you, the sensation of the wind on your skin. Each step is an anchor to the present moment. Or practice slow and fluid movements like Tai Chi, yoga, or even dance. The important thing is not the style, but the presence in the movement. Then, take energetic baths with intention. Water has a natural ability to cleanse and recode energy. A bath can become a powerful energetic ritual. Example, during the bath, imagine the water washing away all dense energy, blockages, repetitive thoughts. Visualize the water flowing down and along with it, releasing what no longer serves you. At the end, affirm, I cleanse myself, I renew myself, and I return to my center. You can also add natural herbs like rosemary, lavender, or chamomile, as they amplify the energetic action. An interesting practice is the practice of emptiness. Just be. This one is subtle but extremely powerful. It involves being for a few minutes without stimuli, without objectives, without doing anything. Just be. Example, sit comfortably. No music, no phone, no technique. With your eyes open or closed. Observe the thoughts, sensations, without controlling. Just be there. This practice teaches your mind to slow down and make space for the 0-point field. Internal silence is the fertile ground where this energy sprouts. Activation through sound is a practice with frequencies that help align our energy. Sound is vibration. And vibration is the language of the field. Certain sounds adjust your energetic field and facilitate the connection. Listen to binaural frequencies like 432 Hz or 528 Hz while relaxing or meditating. Use mantras like the classic Om, which echoes in the field and tunes your system to the universal vibration. Or simply sing, chant intuitive sounds. Let your voice massage the inner space. Finally, a practice that many neglect but that changes everything. Gratitude. Gratitude is not just a beautiful emotion, it is a frequency that opens subtle portals of energy. Every day, write things you are grateful for at that specific moment. Feel the gratitude in your body. It can be something simple like, I breathed calmly today, or I saw the sky and felt peace. This practice re-educates your perception, breaking the cycle of scarcity and reconnecting you with the field of abundance. If you want to master this connection with the universe and learn how to consciously manifest your reality, I invite you to the Quantum Thinking Challenge, a 21-day schedule, where you will reprogram your mind, elevate your vibration, and unlock all your energetic potential. During these 3 weeks, you will have daily practices to transform your frequency and start attracting everything you desire. The first participants have already sent me incredible achievements that are showing up in their lives. Are you ready for yours, too? Access it in the first pinned comment. Most of us grew up believing that reality is made only of solid matter, what we can touch, see, and measure. We were conditioned to think that everything in the universe is fixed, predictable, and controllable. But this creates a limited view of life, one that ignores what truly moves the universe, subtle and invisible energy. This way of thinking leaves us disconnected, because if you believe that only what is visible matters, you end up ignoring your intuition, your deeper emotions, and the connection to the field that lies beyond matter. Quantum physics came precisely to break this illusion and show that reality is much more fluid, interactive, and energetic than we imagined. Quantum physics is the branch of science that studies the smallest particles in the universe, electrons, photons, atoms. And what scientists discovered there changed everything. An electron is not just a particle, but also a wave. It exists in several states at the same time, until it is observed. This is the famous uncertainty principle by Heisenberg. The collapse of the wave function shows that the observer interferes with what is being observed. In other words, your consciousness directly influences reality. The zero-point field has been detected as a constant vibration in the vacuum, meaning even when nothing seems to be happening, there is active energy there. These concepts, although technical, point to something profound. The universe is not made of things. It is made of energy and consciousness. And if everything is energy, that includes you. Remembering who you are without all the layers of hustle, fear, distraction, and control. Meditation and visualization are the most direct tools for this, not because they are magical, but because they align you with the frequency of the field. Many people think that meditating is about emptying the mind, but that's not it. Meditating is observing without losing yourself, allowing thoughts to pass without clinging to them. When you do this, you create an inner space, and it is in this space that the field begins to reveal itself. The more you meditate with presence and surrender, the more you realize there is something beyond the mind, a sense of living peace, a subtle energy that begins to fill you from within. This is connection, and it doesn't come from outside, it comes from within. Visualization is the next step. It's when you, in this state of calm and openness, begin to imagine with intention. And here's the secret. The field responds to what you feel while imagining, not just to what you think. If you visualize with your heart involved, with true emotion, with presence in the body, you tune into the reality you want to create. The zero-point field is an ocean of infinite possibilities. Every time you visualize clearly, you are choosing a specific wave in this ocean. You are telling the field, this is where I want to vibrate. It doesn't need to be long. 10 minutes a day already start to change your frequency. You can sit in silence, focus on your breath for a few minutes, and then visualize yourself connected to this luminous energy that fills the universe. Imagine it entering through the top of your head, gently flowing down your body, filling you with calm, healing, focus, and vitality. Feel it. Breathe with it. Let this energy envelop you and stay with you throughout the day. These practices are not about escaping reality. They are about bringing a new reality inside you, so that it starts to manifest outside. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, and suddenly, without much effort, you begin to feel more clarity, more connection, more strength. As fascinating as the theory is, people who say they cried during a visualization, not from sadness, but because they finally felt something they had been searching for a long time, a reunion with themselves. Others report that they started feeling the environment differently, lighter, that certain constant conflicts simply dissolved, effortlessly, that the body responded with more health, that creativity returned, that relationships became more genuine. These testimonials are from ordinary people like you. People who chose to stop, silence, look inward, and remember that they have direct access to the energy of the universe. They didn't seek miracles, they sought presence. And the miracle was this remembrance. The most beautiful thing is that in all the accounts there is a similar phrase. I felt like I had come home. Because that's what the zero-point field is, a return to what you already are, to what you've always been, before fear, hurry, and mental chaos, a return to the center. You may start reconnecting with the field, but if you carry blockages and don't protect your energy, it's like filling a bucket with holes. The energy enters, but escapes. Or worse, it mixes with what's around you and not always does what's around you vibrate at the same frequency you're trying to maintain. We live surrounded by thoughts, emotions, and vibrations that are not ours. When you enter a heavy place and leave feeling drained, or when you talk to someone and suddenly feel anger, sadness, confusion, that's a sign that your energy is absorbing what is not yours. And that disconnects you, it makes you doubt yourself, it weakens your clarity. That's why learning to protect your energy is essential. And clearing what is blocking the internal flow is liberating. Blockages are not enemies. They are just parts of you that got stuck in time, waiting for attention. An old belief you inherited without realizing it, an emotion that was ignored, an unhealed trauma. All of this accumulates and creates an energetic density that prevents you from fully accessing the field. And the body feels it, the mind feels it, life shows it. Energetic protection is not paranoia, it's self-love in action. It's knowing how far you allow others' influence to reach. It's learning to say no firmly and yes consciously. An energetic cleansing doesn't have to be something mystical or complicated. It can be a simple daily practice, writing to release, breathing deeply while imagining a light cleansing your body, taking an intentional shower, meditating with focus on the heart. The important thing is to make this a habit, not just when you're feeling down, but as a form of maintenance, like someone tending to a garden, watering, pruning, cleaning, protecting, and seeing the energy blossom. You are not fragile. You just need to remember your power. Taking care of your energy is taking responsibility for who you want to be in the world. And when you clear what holds you back and protect what expands you, the 0 point field not only recognizes you, it responds to you. Connection with the 0 point field doesn't happen by chance. It requires consistency, not in the sense of rigidity, but in commitment to yourself. It's no use having a beautiful moment of deep connection and then returning to chaos for days. True transformation comes from loving repetition, from the small daily rituals that together build a stable field of presence, clarity, and energy. You don't have to become a monk. You don't have to change your entire life. But you need to choose every day for a few minutes to turn inward. You can start with 10 minutes of silence in the morning. Wake up. Before grabbing your phone, sit on the bed, close your eyes, and breathe. Feel your energy. Notice your body. Be grateful for being alive. This alone changes your frequency. During the day, create conscious pauses, a minute of breathing between tasks, a moment to place a hand on your chest and feel what's alive inside, a song that lifts you, a glass of water drunk with presence. Small gestures, but made with intention, are worth more than big practices done out of obligation. At night, before going to bed, repeat the ritual. It could be a light visualization. It could be writing down everything you want to release from the day. It could just be sitting in silence, saying goodbye to your thoughts, and surrendering to rest. The idea is to end the day, remembering that you're not just mind, you are living energy. The connection routine doesn't need to be the same every day. It can change, adapt, but it needs to exist. There needs to be a space reserved for what truly matters. Your presence in the world, your energy, your alignment with the field. When you honor this, the field honors you back. You begin to feel more strength, more lightness, more synchronicities. Things flow more easily because you are aligned with the source. And that's when everything starts to change, not because you are trying to control life, but because you're finally flowing with it. Thank you for watching our video. Until next time, Arcanian.